What's going on, everyone? Steve Larsen, very excited for the One Funnel Away Challenge. Welcome. Hey guys, first of all, please go over to the side and let me know, is this the first time you guys have ever done the One Funnel Away Challenge? Second of all, yes, I am in a psycho padded room. I'm actually in ClickFunnels HQ. Right back over there is where Russell's office is, straight through those doors, right over there. This is the sound booth room where we create all the stuff, okay? Now, I'm excited for the One Funnel Away Challenge because of what it does for people. You guys are not the first person we brought through this challenge and this contest, and I'm excited for you guys to be here. Now, first of all, please know, I am not here to be kind of fluffy, all right? You guys, before we ever started doing the One Funnel Away Challenge, I helped create the original 2 Comma Club coaching program. We had a lot of new people, a lot of successful people, a lot of people in between that we went and we helped them build their funnels and put stuff together. I was Russell Bunson's funnel builder for about 2 years here at ClickFunnels, and then I left and jumped ship to go do it on my own as well and had a ton of fun doing it, and it's been awesome. Okay, I want you to understand something though with this. Okay, you are not the first people we've brought through this, and I want you to know the process we're about to teach is something that we've done with tons of people, regardless of product, regardless of price point, regardless of industry. I don't care what you're selling, if it's online or offline, I don't care, it's sales, okay? And the purpose of this entire thing is just to get your first funnel off the ground. Now, real quick, come over to the side here real fast and let me know who here has a funnel up and running right now, just so I get a little bit of a bead on who's actually got a funnel out there, okay? Who's got a funnel? Say, I do. Yes, me, Nectar Pie, not up, first time, I do. Okay, awesome, cool. Now, for those of you guys who are brand new also, like don't have a ClickFunnels account yet, okay? Come over and say brand new, just so I understand a little bit of a bead back and forth. Brand new. Sweet, brand spanking new. Sweet. Awesome, guys. Well, hey, I'm excited to have you guys here. Now, the way the challenge is set up, and you guys likely have gotten this by now, is you'll log in each day. You're going to go and you're going to watch a video from Russell, and then come over here with my coaching stuff. And what my goal, the whole role that I serve here, is I have literally brought thousands personally through this process now, and there are places where I know you're going to get stuck. Okay, it's where everybody gets stuck. They're the same like 3 or 4 spots. My role is to get you through those. Now, please, everybody right now, raise your hand or come over to the side and just say hand or whatever. Okay, repeat after me. I, say your name, will not get offended. Oh, so willingly. I appreciate that. That's so nice of all of you guys, okay? We had 6,000 people sign up for this challenge, okay? 6,000 people. And I'm excited. We got 570 of you guys on right now, and I appreciate that. I'm not going to offend. I'll get good, okay? Good. What I need you to be in is in a constant growth zone, okay? In order to pull that off, you got to not be tender on me, okay? I don't want to waste time trying to stroke everyone's ego, saying like, but you're still a good human being, even though that was wrong. Can I just agree to everybody to say like, look, that was wrong? Is that all right? I hope it is, because that's what makes this challenge so effective. And every time I do any other coaching and any other programs, okay, it's the forwardness to the point. Look, this is how it is. This is how we build it. This is how it's done. That was wrong, and that's okay. All right, and that's okay. I built so many funnels on my own before anyone was ever successful, before I ever worked here, before I ever, right? And I want you to understand, no PC zone, okay? What I want you to, no tenderonis. Okay, this is live. I want you to know this is live. It's gonna be live every day with me. It's January 14th, 11:04. And if I look a little bit burnt or whatever, we just barely got off the 2 Comma Club cruise. It was a bunch of fun. We had 400 people. We went on a cruise to the Bahamas. It's with kind of the higher end coaching program. And some of you guys will ask questions about that as we move forward, I'm sure. But anyways, I'm excited for this though. Now, yeah, this is the no cry zone, right? I want to be on that cruise. Yeah, right? Yeah, and totally. And you certainly can be. Now, the purpose of the challenge is to push you forward. So each day, the way it's laid out is there's a little tiny bite-sized thing I need you to do. It may not feel bite-sized. Okay, and for that, I will not apologize. Okay? And there's going to be parts where I'm like, hey, go do this. And you're going to feel, ah! And you're going to freak out and say, I don't know that I'm good enough to do that. You're right. You probably aren't. Okay, the purpose of the challenge is to get you through that crap. Okay, I have found more and more, the more often I do these challenges, it's not a question of is the framework you're teaching me good enough? Does this actually work? Has anyone actually made it? It's not a question of those things. It is always an issue of me getting you through the crap between your ears. Okay? It's the reason where a lot of my aggression comes from in this game. I want you to understand something with me here though. Okay? This will be interactive and I'll go back and forth between the chat. Okay? Guys, I'm really passionate about this because I am a product of this product. Okay? When I first started, okay, let me just tell you, okay, my wife and I have been married for 7 years. We've been married for 7 years, and in that time, right, when we first got married, we were in love, we were excited, like, just like the Beatles, all you need is love. Well, it turns out you need money also, okay? I was in college, and she was already graduated. And I was excited. We were going to this brand new town. We're going to this brand new... How many guys are married right now or have a significant other? How many guys have kids? Meaning you're not just solely flying on your own, right? All right, cool. So a lot of you guys have kids, married, both, or significant other. Awesome, cool. And if you don't, are you going solo? Okay, awesome. Okay. Well, you guys can probably relate with me then. When I first started, when we got married, I was going to school. My wife had already graduated. We moved to a brand new town where it was a college town, which means there's more supply than demand. So people were working for like $3 an hour, literally. I could not work 2 full-time jobs at that rate and even provide for us, okay? And anyway, so I would wake up and I'd go to classes and I'd come back home and my wife, my new wife, would still be in bed. I was like, you okay? What's wrong? Are you okay right now? She'd be like, yeah, totally fine, 100% fine with it. And I was like, okay, yes, that's good. Yeah, didn't want to push it or whatever. And came back the next day, it'd be the same thing. She was still in bed. And this weird pattern started. And for those of you guys who are, have a significant other, that kind of starts to wear on you because you're wondering what's going on. Well, I kept coming back, and she'd still be in bed. And it's like, something is wrong here. And after a while, I finally, I've told the story so many times, you guys. It still is hard for me to tell because it was very painful for me. And I'm just going to be vulnerable with you. I want you to be vulnerable with me in this challenge, okay? Be vulnerable with me back and forth. Just be open. You're not going to grow unless you aren't, okay? So I'm gonna be open with you, okay? So anyway, I started coming home and reluctantly, because she didn't want to hurt my feelings, she told me that she just was eating 1 meal a day. We couldn't make we weren't making any more money. I looked at the bank account and we couldn't even make it through the next 3 weeks. And she had been eating 1 meal a day behind my back. And, but all of the while making me dinners and making me lunches so I could have energy in classes. So I'd do well, hoping that would be our ticket out of sheer straight poverty. Okay. And, that wrecks you. And all of my self-esteem went out the window. This was 7 years ago. Okay, all my self-esteem went out the window. All my semblance of like up and down, it just started messing with my head. And I was like, anyway, it was really hard. And I was like, we got to get money somehow. I'm gonna rob a bank or what? I was like, funny enough, it's actually pretty easy to get a student loan in this country. So we went and we got student loans. But they weren't going to show up for 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks. I was like, we're going to be dead next week. We're not going to be able to make it. And so I did something that was, and some of you guys likely have done this. I did something that was culturally very against the way I was raised. I'm the oldest of 6 kids. I worked a lot of jobs growing up, a lot of labor jobs. I'm not new to hard work. And my dad grew up on a farm, and best gift he ever gave me was the gift of work. So I knew how to work. And so for me to call my dad and ask for money was very against the way I was raised. And it freaked me out. And I went to this room on campus, and I went and this I remember the vent, the ceilings, okay, the ceiling vent, the AC, I could still hear the hum, I could still hear it. And I was walking around, and I took off my jacket, and I started pacing around in circles, trying to psych myself up to make an insane phone call. And I called my dad, and I said, hey Dad, I can't feed my wife. We got money coming. Will you float us $3,000? The money will be here in 3 to 6 weeks, or 4 to 6 weeks. We don't know how long, but it'll be here. And I'll pay you back as soon as the money comes. I did not grow up poor. I did not grow up rich. I knew my dad had the money. And there's a long pause on the phone, and I will tell you this moment changed my life, and this is the reason I'm so intense in this challenge as well. Okay? My dad looked at me, or on the phone. There's a pause. I could tell he was. Anyway, there's a pause on the phone, and he said, "Son, no. If I give you this money now, you will not exhaust the resources you didn't know you had." That's exactly what he told me. That's an awesome dad. Son, no. If I give you this money now, you will not exhaust the resources you didn't know you had. Okay? And I went to freaking work. Okay? I ran, man. I did and for the next 4 years, I tried 17 businesses. 17. And it wasn't just trying, okay? I was I was running and gunning. I was actually trying to sell stuff. And sometimes I'd make a little money. Sometimes I'd break even. Sometimes I'd lose money. Boom, back and forth. Boom, 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 boom. All the while still running through this self-esteem crisis of I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. Don't tell me something's wrong with me because I can't make any money. And I'm hitting home on this. This is the One Funnel Away challenge. But I will tell you, this challenge is actually developed to make you know you better. Okay? It is why I crafted a lot of the content the way it is. So when someone comes to me and they're like, I don't have time, bull crap. Okay? When someone comes to me and they're like, hey, I don't know that I can understand this one principle. When I'm like, hey, you have this video, this video, this video, this video, all these resources, and Google, I have no sympathy. Okay? That's where I am with you. So you just know where I am. Okay? I want you to understand what happened. Okay? I started moving forward, and I started moving forward, and I started moving forward, and slow, very minute progress, okay? I had .com secrets, and that was it, okay? Russell's book, that was all. I didn't have anything else. And you guys have so many more resources than I ever did, okay? And I went in, I was like, I just got to make it work. I don't know how. And I remember the day looking in the mirror, and I looked in the mirror, and I started hitting it in the mirror, and I was like, I will be the best funnel builder in the world, okay? I choose and declare that's where I'm going. Okay, am I? I have no idea. But the pursuit of it is what created all this. You understand? Okay, what I'm trying to create for you here and what this challenge is a scenario where you can voluntarily put your back against the wall. That's the purpose of the challenge. Okay, and when people fall off, it's because they're not willing to do that. It's not a question anymore of, do funnels work? Do funnels work? That's not the issue anymore, okay? The issue is, am I willing to grow to be able to launch a funnel? I don't know how to write copy. Duh, you probably haven't done it. I've never shot video. Of course you haven't, right? I've never launched a funnel. Awesome. Or if you have and you're trying to get the next thing out, you guys understand, this is all a growth thing. And your business, your life, your income is directly correlated with the types of problems that you solve. And if you're willing to solve problems only of 9 to 5, the standard 9 to 5 401k job, that is the income level you will be gifted with. You want higher income? Solve bigger problems. You want bigger problems? You want to be able to solve them? You have got to gain a little bit of a strengthened mind so that when people come in your way, you can say, oh man, I can get that. I can do that. I don't know how, but I'm going to figure that out. Right? And you're cool with that. And that's all right. And I'm going to go a little psycho sometimes, and I'm going to call you out, and I'm going to call you out by name, and I just want you to know where I'm coming from on it. Because I'm a product of this product. I came from poverty. We had nothing, and when sack up, okay? That's all I'm trying to say, all right? So the point of the challenge is that. Now, what happened was I started going and trying to build funnels, and they sucked. I mean, I was so bad at them. I remember the first day I wrote into ClickFunnels support to ask them how to change background color on the page. Okay, seriously, that I came from here all here up. You guys are here up, okay? I remember walking on in and saying hey, and I became that guy to support. And I would ask 2 or 3 questions a day for about a year. This was right after they left beta. And I was like, man, I got to get to Funnel Hacking Live. And I didn't have money to get to Funnel Hacking Live. I didn't. We were living on loans. My wife and I made $18,000 our first year of marriage straight on student loans. Okay, straight on student loans. I didn't make anything. And so to get to Funnel Hacking Live and a plane ticket and hotel and the event ticket and all this stuff, it was there's no way I could ever do that. And because we were living on loans for so long. Okay, so I didn't have money for Funnel Hacking Live, and but I needed to go. I couldn't explain it, much like a lot of you guys here that are in here right now. Okay? I couldn't explain why I needed to do it, but I knew I needed to. So I was like, I'm going to get to Funnel Hacking Live. And I started trading funnels for plane tickets, and funnels for hotel tickets, and funnels for the actual event ticket itself. And I bootstrapped my way to Funnel Hacking Live. That's how I got there the first time. Okay? And I had done enough with ClickFunnels stuff, okay, that when I walked in the door, the support staff knew who I was. And they offered me jobs at ClickFunnels 5 times throughout the event. Okay? And 1 week later, I graduated college, and 3 days later, I was sitting next to Russell Brunson that far away. He's in that room right over there right now. Right outside those doors down to the left. Okay? And that's how it happened. Okay? And it's because I was qualified. I was qualified because I was willing to feel growth. I was willing to feel growth because I was in a place of pain. Okay, so there's 2 different ways you can approach what we're about to do inside this challenge. Number 1, be like, oh, I've already launched a funnel. I'm not willing to put my back against the wall. Okay, or number 2, I'm willing to feel a little bit of pain because my back is already against the wall. Sometimes you guys take action a little bit faster. Sometimes, if you're brand new, you also have a little bit more noise in the head over getting stuff done because it's your first time doing it. Okay, so just know, like, that's where I'm coming from in this. Straight honesty, super forward. If you're wrong, I'm going to tell you, have thick skin. And just know that it's because I built 500 sales funnels while I was here sitting next to them. They brought in millions and tens of millions of dollars. Okay, and they work. It's not a matter of, does it work for my product, my industry, my price point? But I'm in a different scenario. No, you're not. It's a framework. Okay. The biggest danger you will have inside of this is to think that you are an exception to the rule. Okay. I want to teach you one more thing here. Can I just teach you something really, really awesome here as well? 2 things here, and then I need to go over a few housekeeping things. Okay? The reason why this stuff does so well is because we have gone through and figured out how to go in and make it work in all these industries and all these things. So the purpose of this challenge is just to get you a funnel off the ground. Okay? We're going to teach you how to make a low-end, front-end funnel. Okay? A low-ticket front-end funnel that's going to break even on traffic so you can push to other places and cash out and make a lot of money. Okay? That's exactly what I did. It's exactly what a lot of people do. It's awesome. Okay? You guys asking about the shirt. This is my own shirt. Anyway. Okay, what I need you to understand is that I am not interested in teaching you guys flash-in-the-pan strategies. The reason I am where I am, I'm only 30 years old, and I know the reason why stuff has worked out is because I don't go learn the shiny crap in life. I only go learn the frameworks that cause cash as a rule. Let me explain. One of the first businesses I went and tried was stocks and options. Okay, and I went and I borrowed $15,000 that I did not have to go learn stocks and options trading from a guy that I later found out knew he was teaching us old strategies. Now, I call that not ethical, okay? But anyways, that was the reality. That's what was happening. The thing I didn't like about what he was teaching is that he was teaching strategies that were sexy, but were very much flash in the pan, algorithm could change tomorrow kind of strategies. I'm not into teaching that kind of garbage, okay? That's not what this challenge is about. I actually try never to learn that stuff. And awesomely enough, okay, that's like the last 20% of any project being successful. But most people get allured by it. Stop skipping the 80% in front of it that is the framework that causes success as a rule, not an exception to the rule. You guys getting that? There are things that regardless of product, regardless of price point, industry, online sales, offline sales, lead gen, point of sale on the internet, I don't care. I don't care what you're selling. There's 80% is exactly the freaking same in everything that's out there. And so that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not teaching you guys the 20% over here that looks sexy. So if you're like, this doesn't look like it's very sexy. Man, it's the same crap that works in every industry. That's why we're teaching it to you. It's the same framework, same model, okay? Same wireframe, the exact same footsteps that you can put your foot in. And typically, as a rule, you're going to make money on the other side if you just get over your crap in your head and do it. Okay, so just understand that I'm trying to pre-frame the strategies that we're going to teach you in here because they're not these flash in the pan crap noise. I hate that junk. Okay, I don't learn it. And funny enough, millions of dollars are made just through that 80% that someone has already paved. I don't gotta go make it up. I don't have to learn it. I spent so many, guys, literally 17 tries. You know how hard that was? Is this the one that's gonna work? You know, loved ones start asking you that question. How many of you guys are getting that question right now? Is this the business that's gonna work? Sucks, right? I've had that question so many times. It blows, man. I had that oh my gosh. And like on the inside, you're like, I don't know. I hope it is. And on the outside, you're like, yeah, what's up? Of course it's the one that's gonna work. Ain't nothing but a thing. What's up? I'm the man with the plan, right? And right, you get what I'm saying? We've all been there before, okay? Where people start asking you that question, is this the one that's gonna work? Is this the one that's gonna help you? Is this the one that's finally gonna make us and get it out there? Is this the one? Right? And I get it, and that's a crappy place to be. And the thing that I had to realize is that I was studying all these flash in the pan strategies. I was learning cool crap, but I had not learned the 80% that causes success as a rule. That is what the curriculum of this challenge is. So that you understand, like, first of all, my mentality as I move forward on this, I'm going to call you out. Number two, what we're teaching is extremely vetted. And it is only the important stuff. I hate teaching stuff that is not evergreen. I don't do any role in my business that is not evergreen. Okay, I outsource that crap. Okay, because it could be gone tomorrow. All right. A little while ago, Russell was telling me this story. When he first started, he had a mentor named Mark Joyner, and he's the man. And you guys likely have heard of him. He was one of Russell's first mentors. And Russell really wanted to go into do this certain kind of business that was really popular. What people were doing is they were out there. It was when fax machines had like no laws. And so they would fax ads, just spamming ads to fax machines, tens of thousands of them, hundreds of thousands of them, okay? They just start faxing these ads, right? And people be making millions of dollars off of these things. And Russell, at the beginning, was like, dude, Mark, I want to go do this, right? Talking to Mark Joyner, he's like, let me go do this, man. Look how much money people are making. And Mark would be like, no, focus on the fundamental, focus on the fundamental, focus on the fundamental, okay? What ended up happening is literally like 2 months later, right, the FTC came in, changed all the laws, made it illegal. Every one of those people lost their businesses overnight, okay? And Russell, because he had been focusing on list building, had a list. He actually had an asset. Okay, we're going to teach you how to do that. We're going to do that on the internet with you guys during this challenge. We're going to build you and help you build the actual asset of the internet, which is a list. Okay, and since he built this list, his business was able to survive and thrive, and most of those other people actually had to go back and work corporate jobs. Okay, crazy stuff. Okay, anyway, that's the point of this though. Okay, as I look back and as I start thinking, actually, you know what? Okay, I'm going to go through, come at me with the 80%. Ah, yeah, baby. Okay, check this out. Guys, I have some rules. Okay, now, like any contract, there are two sides to it. Okay, and so what I want to do real quick is show you guys some rules that I follow that I will deliver. I will deliver. I have done this many times. I'm not new. I've done this thousands of times with thousands of people. I know how to make it work, and you know, I know how to make it work in your industry, whatever you're coming into. I've done it multiple times. I'm very forward on the way I present this stuff, but it's a two-way road. Okay. There was a time I was at this event and this person ran up to the side and they're like, "Would you just build all this for me?" I was like, "No." But like, how come? Like, well, you need to figure this out. Like, but you should just come on and you should probably just like, why don't you just do this for me? I was like, "No, it doesn't work that way." I was like, "You got to learn how to do this stuff on your own." And see, even if you have a product or a service, yeah, guys, I don't care if you're selling product or service, it's the exact same thing. Don't get lured by the lie that you're different, okay? It's the same 80%. All right, few housekeeping rules, okay? Contract, two sides, side to side, okay? Number one, here's 14 of them, okay? Number one, if you will do the work, okay, then I will show you what work matters. I will not waste your time. I am a time Nazi myself. I hate my time wasted, and I will not waste your time. Okay? If you do the work, I will show you what work matters. Okay? If you show up hungry, okay, I will match your hunger. I love that one. I love that one. I am not here to save you. I am not here to build your funnel. I am not here to write your copy. I am not here to coddle you. I am not, okay, you understand, you feel me? Okay, that's not my role. And I would never deprive you of the growth that it requires for you to learn that on your own anyway. Okay. Number 3. I'm just going to read this here, okay? I want you to understand that if you will not use your current or past situation as an excuse, this is getting spicy, okay? Then I will help call you out on your own BS. Okay? How many of you guys feel like you have a shortness of time? I don't know if I can be able to challenge because I don't have any time. Okay, that's garbage. That's garbage. I was in college. Okay, I was married. We had kids. I was in college full time. I was in the army. Okay, I was trying to start businesses. Okay, make it work. Someone else likely doesn't have the answer. It's probably just going to come for you. What's your plan to get over the scenario you're in right now and just move forward? Okay, so if you agree to not use your current situation as a crutch, I will help call you out on your own BS. I don't have enough money. Then bootstrap it. How do I bootstrap it? Google it. Okay? How do I Google it? Are you serious? Okay? Get it? Feel me? All right, sweet. Number 4. Okay? If you will not make someone else responsible for your results, then I will not do it for you. Okay? That's the other thing, is I'm not going to do this for you as well. This is my favorite area to come do this in, because guys, I totally understand that some of you guys are coming in here as business owners and you're like, I don't want to be a funnel builder. Totally get it. Okay. You're like, I'm not going to be a funnel builder. I'm running my business. Awesome. I totally get it. I totally understand that. Okay. But the things that I'm going to go over with you are the things that the entrepreneur needs to be involved in. All right. I will tell you when it is appropriate to typically outsource those certain kinds of roles if that's the stage that you're in. If you can't afford to outsource to somebody, then don't. I couldn't forever. Okay, I launched so many funnels before none of them worked. It sucked, but it was the reality of it. Okay, whatever. Okay, who cares? Okay. Okay. Number 5. I want you to know that if you will be polite to your naysayers, I promise I'll make this a safe house for you. I'm not here to just pound you down. I want you to understand that as well. I'm not here to just like you suck. That's not what I'm doing here at all. Okay, I understand that you do need a safe house. Entrepreneurship is one of the loneliest games on the planet. Okay, it is. It is also a game where you can live like most people can't when you start to figure it out. It's the same principles regardless of what you're selling. That's what we're going to teach you here. Okay, but I also understand, like, if you say hi to the naysayers, don't go psycho on them like I used to. I did, okay? I promise that this will be an awesome safe house where you can network, you can be together. This is a cool spot where you can hang out, you can be with a group of people who are trying to progress in life, which is awesome. So I'm not here to just pound you down, so you hope you understand that as well. Number 6, I want you guys to understand that you need to compare yourself. This is one of the top 5 easiest, most frequent things that I see someone do. Do not compare yourself to someone else. Okay? The race is you against you. So if you come back, right, this is where depression in an entrepreneur happens. Oh my gosh, it's starting to work. This is so amazing, right? New lights, I see in color now. Everything was black and white for a while. Everything's amazing, so cool. And then you look forward and you're like, crap, I'm doing really well, but I'm not doing as well as that guy over there. And look, I didn't do it as fast as that lady over there. And my stuff's not as good as that person over there. Rah, rah, rah. And then all this noise happens. Enter depression, right? That's where depression comes flying in. And you're like, crap, I'm not good enough anyway. I should just slink back to my job, right? 100%. That's straight up how it works, okay? Do not, Dan Sullivan teaches this, okay? Do not compare yourself to somebody else. You compare you to your history, and that's it. When I can turn around and I can measure my progress against myself, crap! Look what I got done! I'm a bad mamma jamma. What's up? Right? And I can look back and be like, look at these things I did, and that was hard, and that was hard, and that was hard, but I overcame it, and I overcame that, and I overcame that, and I overcame that. Right? Then you start to collect these experiences that give you momentum when stuff starts popping up. Be like, oh man, here's the next challenge. Or, oh man, Russell said, Steven, I need you to build this funnel in 11 minutes. Right? Which has happened several times. Okay? You need to understand that is where progress in an entrepreneur's life comes. You need small wins, but you will negate, you will demean all of the wins you're experiencing in this challenge the moment that you look at somebody else and say, I accomplished, but it's not that good of an accomplishment compared to them. Okay? And yes, I'm a psycho on camera. I totally get that. I just freaking hate boring speakers. So I will always try and keep this entertaining, and I will yell a lot. Okay, anyway. Okay, number 7 here. I want you to understand that if you will earnestly attempt to answer all questions on your own, then I will coach you to the answer. The hard part about this, and I'm just going to be open again, most adults that I coach in this, okay, think about this, okay? We grow up our lives, and this I'm not bad-mouthing anything. There's no bad-mouthing going on at all. But we grow up most of our lives and we're like, oh man, what should I go do? What should I wear? What should I eat? What should my aspirations be? What should my dreams be? What should this be? And somebody else is feeding us train tracks. I don't have to come up with them, right? I got a 5-year-old, I got a 3-year-old, and I got a 7-month-old. They're not really making most of life-altering decisions on their own right now, right? And that's fine. But there's going to come a point in their life, right, where I'm going to start having them architect their own track so that when they leave my nest, right, when they leave my flock and they are out and they're adults, they know how to build tracks on their own. Okay? That's like wicked key, man. Most adults don't know how to do that. And so what ends up this is what happens, okay? All of these rules I wrote them because they are the result of me doing this through thousands of people. And this is what happens. This is me. Hey guys, this is the challenge here and you need to do X, Y, and Z. Right? And then the moment I say X, Y, and Z, then someone's like, okay, awesome. And then I get a bunch of PMs or DMs. Steven, how do I do X again? No! Google it. Okay? I'm not here to answer every single question. Entrepreneurship is sales plus question answering. That's all it is, right? I need you to learn how to solve problems. And I'm not yelling at you. I'm just bringing it in front of you. Okay? I have a YouTube education. Okay? I was driving traffic for Paul Mitchell. Like, hair Paul Mitchell, right? I didn't know how to drive traffic for Paul Mitchell. I was literally learning tutorials from YouTube. We were getting him great results. But I was like, yeah, I know other people have done that in the past. I was in college. I know other people have done that in the past. I'll totally do that, Paul Mitchell. Okay? And then he said, okay, sweet. Why don't you come in like 2 or 3 days from now? And I was like, sweet. Enter crazy YouTube deep dive zone. How do I drive traffic? How do I drive traffic? How do I drive traffic? Is that interesting? Okay, that is entrepreneurship. To entrepreneur something is to create something. To create something means you have to actually make it, right? In order to make it means it has to come from you. There are parts of it that I cannot answer and will never attempt to answer, okay? And when someone asks a question like, well, how does it work in this scenario? Man, I want to go nuts. Okay, do you understand? And it's out of love. It really is. But I'm trying to break this adult mentality that pops in like, I want to do everything right. And I'm not making fun of you. Remember, we all agreed to have thick skin. Okay? How do you change background color? That's right, Rob, right? Okay? I'm not yelling at you, but I'm saying what I'm trying to do is get you to flex the muscle that says, I don't know that this is exactly right, but I'm an entrepreneur. I'm going to try it, and I'm a rule breaker. And I'm going to go ahead and just try it because I think it's good enough. That's all the validation you need. Learn the framework. There's going to be a bunch of small things in between that you will have to solve, and that's fine. And that's part of it. Okay? I just want you to know that that's where it all comes from. Okay? So just flex the ambiguity muscle. I'm not going to know all the answers for everything all the time. Yeah, welcome to entrepreneurship, right? All right, that's what it is. Welcome to funnel building. That's okay, right? But Google's there, YouTube is there, all the resources are here, okay? And it's simply a matter most of the time of someone spending 5 minutes to answer it on their own. And you know what happens? If I answer it for them, they come back and ask the next question. Steven, how do I change background color? Man, there's a freaking doc on that. Did you look on the ClickFunnels support docs? I think I read all of them. Right? How do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? It's like, man, you're missing the point here. Flex that muscle, okay, of how you solve things on your own. Okay? All right. We're almost done here. Do I have throat insurance? Is this a recording? Yes. And by the way, all these do get recorded and they will get uploaded and they get emailed out to you with notifications as well. Just in case you want to watch something else or if I went freaking nuts or whatever, you know, you're like, I want to watch him go psycho again. You can always go back and watch again. Okay. Number 8. Okay. You have to understand that you buy success with your own time. Okay. Somebody was asking me once, like, Steven, I can't believe everything you've accomplished. How'd you do that? I said, thanks. I bought it with my time when you were watching Netflix. Turn off Netflix for the next 30 days, my friends. Just do it. Okay? Turn off all, just get serious about this stuff and declare it to the world. This is what I'm going to do. Every year I declare my goal publicly to the world, what I'm going to do in revenue this next year. Okay? And then I count for how the previous year went. Scariest thing I do every year. I hate it. Drives me nuts. The only reason I do it is because I know when I say publicly, boom, declare, here's my goal, I get a ton of support from people that I would not otherwise get. And it holds my own feet to the fire when I want to just start binging on my 4th round of The Office, okay, on Netflix, okay? Guys, number 5, I want you to understand something else. If you guys will promise to not freak out about the clock, I will help you use the clock to get your results. Let me explain that, okay? Too many times, man, people are like, well, Stephen, of course you could build this funnel in a day. You're a funnel builder. Yeah, I didn't start that way. I failed out of college my first semester. They made me leave for 4 years. I had to go reapply. I had to learn how to learn, then come back. And I almost got straight A's afterwards. Okay, I got mercy graduated from high school. Okay, I was the shyest kid in my high school. 600 graduating people. I got the nicest kid award inside of high school. Okay, it wasn't because I was nice, guys. It was because I didn't know how to speak. Okay, I was 35% body fat. I had a double chin and I was working on a triple. Okay, what I'm trying to say to you here is like, don't freak out about the clock, right? That's another symptom of you comparing you to other places. Okay, what you are in right now, this scenario, okay, the scenario in right now has been crafted for your gain. Stephen, I can't be successful because I don't have enough time. Garbage, okay? Drives me nuts. That one I go nuts over that one. Stephen, I can't be successful in the One Funnel Away Challenge because I don't know how to add a new funnel. Are you freaking kidding me? Click the button that says add funnel, right? Stephen, I can't be successful because I don't know how to write copy. Did you watch the copy video? No. What? Are you serious? Okay. What I'm trying to help you guys understand what this whole thing is like, you cannot compare yourself to the clock. You cannot compare yourself to other people. If it takes you a little bit of time, more than the next guy, next girl, to get it done, just sack up and know that that's how it gets done. And that's okay. Okay? You're in a race of you against you, and that's the purpose of this. I'm trying. You're laughing hard. I know I'm crazy, okay? Okay? But I want you to understand, like, everything that has happened in your past is a gift to you. Okay? I went to a counselor. Okay, I was going through a rough patch. I'm just going to be open with you guys this whole challenge, okay? I was going through a rough patch, and I went to this counselor, and I talked to this counselor, and the counselor looked at me, and he said, he goes, Stephen, have you ever been tested for ADHD? And I got offended, and I was like, what? Don't tell me something's wrong with me. Nothing's wrong with me. Don't ask me if I have ADHD. I'm offended you even asked. Right? And I got mad. And I went and I took this test and I brought it back to him the next week and I handed it over to him. And I said, hey, here's the test. Like, I don't have ADHD. Don't you dare tell me something's wrong with me. I'm not a broken person. Okay? That's what I was feeling. And you're likely to experience that a little bit inside this course. Don't tell me something's wrong with me. Don't tell me something, right? And so what was interesting is he took the test results back and he came back into the room and he started looking at him. And he looks at him and he goes, now, Stephen, you don't have ADHD, but you have a lot of symptoms of ADHD. And I was like, isn't that how you determine if you have something? It's like, so I do, but I don't. And what was interesting about that though, is I started carrying that as a banner in my mind that became a disqualifier for me moving forward on some of my dreams. Okay. And I can't because of this, right? And it was like I was marching with this flag. I can't because of this. I'm not good enough. I'm disqualified, right? I remember for a while, I did not think I'd be successful in this game because I didn't own a briefcase. Like, that's stupid. That's true though, right? That's stupid. What you're saying in your head right now about why you can't do this is stupid too. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up. So that's the only reason I'm bringing it up. Don't compare yourself to the clock. Don't compare yourself to where you are. Don't compare yourself to somebody else. Don't try to disqualify yourself. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I've got this, and that. I've got that acronym behind my name. Whatever, right? I'm dyslexic. I'm this. I'm this. I'm this. I don't care what you've got. Everything that is in your life right now becomes your superpower on the internet. There's a coin that I keep next to my desk. Okay? This coin, this is very powerful to me. Okay? I keep it in this little case right here. This coin's very powerful to me. And this is the purpose of today's challenge, okay? And they're not always going to be like this long, but I'm just trying to help you guys understand this, okay? Okay? The coin says this: the obstacle is the way. Okay? And on the back, it says the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Okay? The conversation in my head started as, I don't have money to get to Funnel Hacking Live. And I started thinking about things like this. I don't think I heard this quote at that time, but I was like, how can I be resourceful because I don't have resources? What if I built funnels in exchange for plane tickets? What if I built funnels in exchange for hotel tickets, in exchange for the actual hotel nights, right? And I'm just going to bootstrap my way there. And guys, I was so poor when I finally got there. I literally rented one of those street bikes in San Diego, the pedal bikes, and I slung my luggage after I landed over my shoulder, and I literally rode my bike through San Diego around the bay with my luggage around my shoulder. And I was like, man, I got to get to Funnel Hacking Live. I don't know why. I don't understand completely. And that's how I got there. Okay. That's how I got there. You know what's funny about that? And the reason I bring this up, guys, the reason why I started working for Russell Brunson 8 days later is because I didn't have money to get to his first event. The fact that I didn't have money to get to that first Funnel Hacking Live event, okay, that is what qualified me and made me learn the things I needed to learn in order to succeed. Okay, I'm convinced I wouldn't have worked for Russell. I probably wouldn't be here if I had the money to get to that first event. Because I didn't have it, and I decided to lean in to my obstacle instead of away from, because I leaned into the obstacle, what happened was I had to go learn funnels on a depth out of desperation, because it's how it was getting me somewhere. Okay? I had to go learn traffic. I had to go learn copywriting. I had to go learn video. I couldn't afford the software programs, that video and all the stuff. I literally did it all inside of public libraries because I knew they had that kind of software. I'd go rent cameras and I would keep them too long, and I'd go hide in these rooms around campus and I'd film my first course. Right? And then I'd go back to the library, return the camera, take the SD card, plug it in, and record right there. Then right there on the very computer I'm on right now, I traded funnels for it. Okay? I just want you to understand, like when someone says, I can't do this challenge, Stephen, because of this constraint and this obstacle and wall. And I'm like, dude, you're negating the very thing that gives you the fuel and superpower to push you forward. Stop bad-mouthing it. You don't have time? Lean in. Okay? You don't have money? You're in like the most awesome position ever. A lot of you guys have heard my story about me not being able to feed my wife. That's one of the major reasons people follow me. That story that was a weakness became my superpower on the internet. The internet's the only place where you're allowed to do that kind of crap. I can't do that anywhere else. The internet is amazing that way. I become followable when I take the things that I think are holding me back and I blast through them publicly. Okay? What does this have to do with building a funnel? It has everything to do with building a funnel. Okay? The first time I ever went and started coaching people, it was 600 students with just myself. They had all paid 15 to 20 grand to be in the room with me. And we all thought I was going to teach marketing strategies. Isn't that awesome? Seriously, we all thought, that's what we all thought I was going to be teaching. I only teach marketing strategies probably 30 to 40% of the time. The rest of the things that I do as a coach is just to help people get over their own garbage and actually take action on that 30, 40%. Okay? Seriously, I had no idea. None of us had any idea that I'd be doing it in this type of area. The One Funnel Away Challenge, yes, you're going to be building a funnel. But along the way is like this mini opportunity and course where you can, if you want to grow a little, put your back against the wall, feel a little pain, right? And feel the explosive growth that comes as you get real and raw with where you are and where you are not. Okay? The obstacle is the way. Steve, I don't have money. I don't feel bad for you. Okay? Steve, I don't have time. I don't feel bad. No sympathy is coming from me. Okay, I have empathy because I've been there. I don't have sympathy. Okay, declare where you are, and that's totally cool. But use it as fuel to move forward. Okay, every entrepreneur I've ever found has had to go through some kind of mental garbage like this, okay, where they start to get real with themselves and they stop trying to pretend. And I swear, if any of you guys go rent a Lamborghini and take a picture in front of it to try and gain credibility, I'm going to fly to you and slap you. Okay, be real with where you are and where you are not. And that's like the big first step. Okay, rule number 11. Guys, if you choose to get uncomfortable every day, I will create environments for you to create positive stress. Something you need to understand with this is that I am going to try to stress you out. Okay, and it's not gonna be hard. I know how to. Okay, but not all stress is negative. Okay, I love stress. There is eustress, as in euphoria, and there is de-stress, destructive. Okay. Destructive stress is the kind that tears you down. That's the negative kind of stress. I don't want to have that kind of stress. Eustress is the kind of stress I might feel in a gym. Okay? Where I'm going to go and feel stress, but it's growth stress. Okay? Make sure that you know the difference between the two. Your threshold and tolerance for stress is going to be different than everybody else's, so you're going to have to self-detect that a little bit. But what I need you to do is start saying like, man, today's challenge is going to be really, really hard. Awesome. Okay, I'm feeling some eustress, right? Not de-stress. And I'm going to always try and keep you in the positive stress zone if you're willing to feel it. Okay? Number 12, if you guys will be brutally honest with where you are, I will applaud your progress. If you try to lie to me and just like try and impress me or whoever, I don't care, whatever, like it's not impressive. Okay? Number 13, I need you guys to start killing parts of your old self, if not all. Okay? The most challenging aspect of what I do typically requires somebody to look at where they are and look at their history and how they were raised and the attitudes and beliefs they were handed off about money. Okay? Most often than not, it's that. Money. Okay? And so you're going to have to look at them and look at your own head and be like, crap, oh, my parents did a great job, or maybe they didn't. Whatever, either or, whatever's honest. My parents did a great job. They didn't do a great job. Whatever it is, I have picked up beliefs about money that I may need to let go. Okay? This is a fantastic opportunity to do that. And my promise to you is that if you're willing to kill parts of your old self, I will applaud your progress and I will ask if you're satisfied with you and where you are. And you'll notice that as you start moving forward in this game, it becomes an accelerant to personal progress. This is the most aggressive, amazing, entrepreneurship in general, best personal development course I've ever taken. Ever. Right? Inadvertently. Which is awesome. Okay, number 14, if you lean in, so will I. Okay, I just want you to understand that. There's some ground rules with this. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to sell. I'm going to teach you how to build funnels. I'm going to teach you how to build offers. I'm going to teach you how to make hooks. We're going to teach you how to get some traffic. We're going to teach you, there's going to be a lot of stuff that we teach throughout this. What always kills the goose, guys, is if someone pops in and starts saying things like, well, I don't think it really fits with where I am. Garbage, man! Bullcrap! That is not true at all. Yes, it fits where you are. Okay? I built funnels for freaking toilet paper. Toilet paper. I made one for tape. Okay? Made one for B2B leads. Made one for visas. Like international visas. Made one for, of course, info products and coaching, consulting. Like that's the standard kind of area to go, which is awesome. Okay? I just need you to understand like what happens, because the turn away from somebody requires that they start to neglect themselves and their personal progress, and usually it ends with them blaming me for something, which is fine, and that's gonna happen. But I want you to be self-aware of that. Okay, guys. Realize that the obstacle is the way. Okay, we made a cool sheet with the 14 rules. You guys can download it. We'll make sure that you guys get that sent out to you as well. But I want you to understand the obstacle is the way. Okay, I keep this on my desk, and every time I start to go a little Betty White, anytime I start to complain in my head, I sit back and I'm like, what's the obstacle I'm trying to face here? And I start looking at this. I'm like, impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Crap, I'm not good enough for what the market is requiring in order to be successful with this yet. What am I pushing against? Why am I starting to blame people? Why am I starting to blame others? How come I feel a lack of progress, right? And I do that a lot. I'm very introspective. And I just want you to understand like what is going on as I start to say those things. I start to do these things. It's totally about that. Because the formulas, they're freaking learnable, right? I'm going to teach you the 80% that makes a good enough sales message to make a lot of money. The good enough formula for how to make a funnel to make a lot of money. The good enough framework, the 80% good enough framework, the formula for how to go make an offer, how to get traffic. What screws people over is them pushing against the rock, saying like, I don't think this rock wants to break. Someone come break it for me. Okay, guys, appreciate you. You're all awesome. Today's challenge is for you to be a little bit introspective, sit back and realize with brutal honesty where you are. Okay? Go download the worksheet. In there, it will ask you what a lot of your false beliefs are. And be open about it. And I dare you to publish about it. Meaning go make a post or tell somebody. That way it's out and you're not bottling it in. You know what? I realized I've got an inhibition over the amount of time I have. That's not really true, man. I've really looked at what I've been doing. I've spent like 2 or 3 hours a day building my stuff. Man, 2 or 3 hours a day is how I built everything for the first 2 years on my own in college. That's plenty of time. Okay? Right? Oh, Steven, I realized I've got an inhibition. I've got a hang up. I've got a false belief around money making. I realized I feel like I'm a dirtbag when I make money. Man, I'm the capitalist pig. Right? I'm the capitalist pig because I went through that same thing. How many of you guys have read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad? Right? Remember Rich Dad Poor Dad? He says there are 3 asset types. This is one of the first books that brought me into entrepreneurship. Right? He said, there's 3 different asset types. And if you remember his voice at all, right? He's like, there's 3 different asset types, right? There's businesses, there's paper assets, and then there's real estate, right? I specifically did not do business first or second because I did not want to appear greedy. That, my friends, showed a lot of the false beliefs I was dealing with in my own head. Okay? I was not self-aware of it though for a long time. And when I was able to finally get over that, I was like, oh crap, like I have an inhibition over money making. I think everyone who makes money is greedy. That's stupid. How do I flip that on its head? I'm going to become the capitalist pig. I'm going to aggressively try to make money publicly as much as I possibly can. Right? Okay? What day one is about is it is a gift to you to help you overcome your own inhibition, your own thing that you see, whatever, not like a million obstacles. This is not a self-pity sesh. Don't sit back and write this list of all this garbage that you're bad at. That's just going to depress you. Okay, just choose one. What's the major obstacle in your brain that has to do with belief that has actually kept you all along, or maybe it's your first time, from trying to make money? What is it? Well, I don't have the resources. I don't have support from spouse. A lot of people say that. Okay, I don't have the money. I don't have the time. Okay, I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think I'm smart enough. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this off. I don't know how to talk on camera. Right? These are all the standard ones I hear. I don't know how to talk on camera. I'm not a techie. That one drives me nuts. Okay, I'm not either. I'm really not. What I am is a YouTuber that looks up tutorials. Okay, seriously. Okay, I'm not. I don't know how to write a sales message. Okay, we're going to teach you that. Okay? And then a lot of people be like, well, is this good enough for my product? Is this good enough for my product and industry? I'm brand new. Product or service, right? Physical, digital. This product, that price point, right? This industry, that industry. I'm like, yes, it works. It works. Okay, but if it's like freaking Yoda, right? He's like, named your fear must be until conquer it you can, right? When he says that, you guys remember that? What I need you to do is freaking name your fear. What is your false belief? Write it down. I dare you to publish about it. Say something else, right? Say something. This is what I've realized has kept me back all these years, and I'm telling everybody because I'm sick of it, I'm tired of it, and I'm going to go break it. Okay? That is the purpose of this, of day number 1. Guys, so that's the challenge. Go download the worksheet, follow it, name your fears, name your false beliefs, and start setting up your brain in a way of self-awareness so that it can be broken. Guys, thanks so much. We'll see you on tomorrow's challenge. Bye.